Session 2, the Shapeshifting Detective. Let's go.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. There you go, Alice. What's this object?
It's very weird. You can shapeshift into all the people that you've spoken with. So I can be...
Hello, I'm Violet.
Violet.
I'm Violet.
Hi, I'm... Hi. Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
So I'm him now.
Statue.
Goodwin.
With
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
Questions I can ask?
What were you doing last night? How's Bronwyn been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you doing last night?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember.
How?
I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How do you not remember what you were doing
Not
last
remember.
night? Exactly. It's not like you're being asked to remember what you did 50 years ago.
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
good point there with the alien look. But it's quite an ancient object, isn't it? It's not modern.
Not at all.
This one is a sculpture that was found along with several others, similar sculptures, in a tunnel of caves in Mexico. Oh, I picked it up on eBay. It's supposed to be proof that aliens have visited our planet already.
Chief DuPont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really, Bronwyn Castle?
Yeah, that.
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist. You're a murderer. You're a con artist.
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
Leave.
I dream that I'm in a strange house, but in the dream it's my house, and I'm discovering lots of empty rooms I'd forgotten I had. Every time I find a new room, there's another room leading off it. But then I start noticing all these holes in the room, big dark holes in the walls with bugs crawling out of them until the whole room is covered in bugs. I don't know about you, Poe, but I don't really like the sound of that very much.
That is very creepy, but it's kind of my territory. It's very Poe-esque.
Absolutely.
Different rooms, different areas, different parts of her life. They're all these different, perhaps different aspects of her life have holes in them. So all these different parts have issues or unresolved issues that have not been filled and have not been repaired. So I think perhaps she's experiencing issues in different aspects of her life. And
Good evening, Chief DuPont.
Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about them? Bronwyn never been arrested? Dorota's
I can do a reading if you want.
What about this guy?
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
Bronwyn never been arrested?
Let's ask.
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character. If you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police? Have you ever been in trouble with the police?
I've never been convicted, no.
Been charged with anything?
My mind's gone blank.
That doesn't seem right.
Like a virus. Easier, probably.
A lot of people with their
The
minds
virus
going
needs contact. Share.
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Tell me about Bronwyn.
She's an Aquarius. Her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
No, I didn't ask her
Is she
star
a
sign.
leader?
Leader? This isn't a cult. She looks after me and Rain. Make sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth.
Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here?
No, I can honestly swear I don't know any Augustives? Augustonians? Augustins until we got here.
What were you doing last night?
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. The scouts on a Bron can vouch for me.
Leave.
This demon was nothing if not patient. Ever present.
Okay, so he's disappeared from the list now. Well, no, I'm still him, aren't I? Let's go. Let's transfer to
Hi,
Bronwyn.
I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Hunt and grow the demon. The demon.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota will be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that.
I'm brave, but I'm not stupid.
No different. She was nearly there already without the demon's whispers. There was so little light left to feast on in her world, in her every moment of calm, every smile, every restful night. He tainted all of it. There was nothing left.
Is it right?
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it? Birmingham? Stop it?
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveller killing things.
Traveller?
What's that?
Bron, you're acting weird. Are you still you?
Oh,
Of
he's caught me off.
course. No. Of course.
Stop freaking me out. It's not cool in this current climate.
They never do. All humans don't want to die. But more than that, humans don't want to be in pain. So she succumbed to the sickness, or tried at least. Girls almost never get it right on the first try. Her red hair fanned out around her pillow as she laid back, holding the bottle above her, note on the pillow beside her, her final bedfellow. Pills don't hurt, right? She'd been like this that day, rationalizing to the demon parasite in her.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay. I'm okay.
Good. It's not our fault this stuff happens. We're just the messengers.
We've seen a lot of...
Are you asking me or telling me? Yes, we've seen a lot of stuff. You seem weird. Just go and regroup or something, then come back and make me feel better about myself.
Pills don't work very well. She'd only gotten sick, was taken to the hospital before the pills.
It is time to be Shapeshift to
Hi, I'm
Lexi.
Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Ritual, just different enough to work this time.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave. The police want alibis from everyone for last night.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds ominous.
I can use the money, to be honest.
The police want alibis from everyone for last night.
Leave.
And they made it so easy.
Visit Bronwyn.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. You're just fine.
Do you think Sam suspects? Am I really fine? Do you think Sam suspects?
Maybe. But it'll be difficult to prove.
More successful. After the first domino falls, the rest go quickly.
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
With your father and sister, there was nothing here. Little lying.
Now it is time to be.
Hello.
Right.
I'm Rain.
To go home after a long day of pain, find bed sheets at night. He was dead. The demon.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here.
These are bluffs.
What we did last night, our role in the murder. What we did last night.
As far as Sam's concerned, me and Lexi were together and you were praying in your room. It's half true, at least.
Note they found in his room led them down the street, past the bridge.
Oh, I've just been
dead
there.
when they found him. The demon had outgrown his home.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Fell, landing at the heads of graves in the field of stones. Unstoppable, relentless waves eroding the people on shore until only the sand.
Well, I've had a go with everybody. Return to Sam.
Full of awful curiosity.
Do these people ever sleep?
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
Subject that I've just handed to you, what do you think it is?
Mercury. Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
Sure.
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
Not really, or yes.
Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
Leave.
Yeah, again, it's a theme that we've visited before in our shows. It's a Bronze Age amulet with 3 circles. It was excavated at Brindley Hill, the site of a standing circle within August. You might have seen it. Legend says that it wards off evil spirits by traversing the ley line network.
Rain doesn't have anything to say.
Now, no. You're listening to
Lexi doesn't have anything to say.
Owen Monroe.
Nightmares by from the Jessa channel. I didn't know where she came from. I was driving.
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet.
No?
That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I can keep investigating or I can go to the next chapter. Oh.
So I took a deep breath and looked in my rear view mirror. The red glow of my brake lights illuminated the lump lying in the road behind me. A body. There was definitely a body. Run. Everything.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
Who's on your suspect list?
Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them.
What about Dorota's family?
Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. You didn't do it, Sam. Although, perhaps I should have made them stay.
What do we know?
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Dorota's boyfriend Oscar is in the clear as far as I'm concerned, but I'm still waiting to hear what he tells you. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
When I
Nice
inevitably passed out.
Visit Oscar.
Who are you?
I'm a shape-shifting detective. Oh. I'm silent.
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a whole day. It's typical of them.
Did you see Dorota yesterday?
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, hanging out. I left at about 5.
Where were you 9 p.m. last night?
Playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
I've seen this actor guy before somewhere, What can you tell me about Dorota's parents?
Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
The name of the show escapes me right now, but yeah, I've seen it before. How long were you dating Dorota?
Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other.
Any idea who would do this to her?
No, no one. She was really popular.
Is it possible the killer was hiding in Dorota's room?
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet. And I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Must be a big closet.
Yeah, it's big enough for 2 people to have sex in. On all fours.
Bin. What was in the closet?
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
The blacktop rippled in front of me. It turned into waves that grew into a deeper and richer blue.
Chief? Oscar was playing football last night.
Yep, that's what he told me too. Not a suspect. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone.
Oh,
Nobody
I've
corroborates.
already asked that.
Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night.
Oh, can't skip.
Right. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
Pondering with a pen, eh?
I fell down in the doorway and cried. My car was there. It was pristine. It was just a nightmare. I was still on the floor, wiping my eyes as I saw the familiar red and blue lights reflecting through my kitchen window. This should be a fun thing to explain.
Violet? Why would someone kill Dorota?
She flaunts herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
Who were they for?
Ask Zach Weston. He took them.
Tell me about Zach.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
You know where he is?
At Weston's Photographic? Off the high road? It's late, but he's always there.
Huh.
I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
The Calling. Read by Jessa. From the Jessa channel. I love you, she said.
I
Then
don't seem to be able
she
to go
cut
there.
off her face in front of me. It took a lot of effort with the butter knife.
Did you know Dorota's boyfriend?
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
Did he tell you anything about Dorota?
He confided in me quite a bit, actually. He seemed to appreciate having someone to talk to, and he knew I couldn't tell anyone what he said. You should talk to him yourself. He's a lovely lad.
Lexi says she was in her room last night, not yours.
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today. Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down her neck, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true. To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
What about Rain?
Rain's a big boy. He can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
Perhaps walking across, maybe?
What was the other use for it?
Sam, what can I do for you?
Choices here. How did you get Dorota's name from the tarot?
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
Ouija board?
It's Lexi's thing. I don't personally go near them, but in this case, it did help.
Couldn't you use the Ouija on its own?
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Tell me more about the Ouija board.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out Dorota.
How does it work?
Just... This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here.
Time travel is real?
Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
Lexi mentioned you're here to do a job.
We're trying to save people.
It's not working. Were you here before August?
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travellers is... Let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
Birmingham travellers.
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
Now, the photo albums, they represent your past, Robin. So, forgetting also suggests that your
ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
Oh, really? So, you have a limited time to shapeshift to the other characters. That's interesting. I've also got the option now to shapeshift to the boyfriend as well. What was that show he was on? Oh man, that's gonna drive me crazy, not being able to remember it. The name of that show. Bastard! Ah, God. Open a browser. was it called again? Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, got it. The Dumping Ground. It's a show on BBC. That's him. He was on that. So, time's up for this session. And yeah, that's session 2 of this strange game. The Shapeshifting Detective. Thanks for watching. See you next time.